Welcome to the Whisper News channel. Russian UAVs were hit 600 meters from the NATO border. World War III has never been this close. In a recent escalation in Russia's military action against Ukrainian shipping infrastructure, Russian drones have targeted docks on the Danube just 200 meters from the Romanian border, the UK Defence Ministry said in a statement. This development comes after Moscow's withdrawal from the Black Sea Grain Initiative, which aims to protect exports of key foodstuffs via the Black Sea. The attacks specifically targeted the Ukrainian port of Reni, located about 70 miles inland of the Black Sea along the Danube. Iranian-supplied Shahed-36 drones were used in the attacks, which destroyed a grain storage warehouse and damaged tanks used to store other goods. The fire that started as a result of the attack was later extinguished. 4 dockers, 1 moderate to severe, were hospitalized. Ukrainian air defense managed to destroy 3 UAVs during the 4-hour attack. The Russian Defense Ministry has not yet responded to the incident. While the international community condemned the attacks, Romanian President Klaus Iohannis expressed his strong condemnation on Twitter. State Department spokesman Matthew Miller stressed that these attacks targeted a vital export route for grain and showed Russia's willingness to use food as a weapon in its ongoing illegal war against Ukraine. New Russian airstrikes on Ukrainian port infrastructure followed the recent attack on the Kerch Strait Bridge. Moscow promised retaliation and announced its withdrawal from the Black Sea Initiative, which has ensured the safe export of around 36 million tons of grain since July 2022. The collapse of this agreement raises concerns about the food security of millions around the world and poses a threat to Ukraine's national budget. The British Defence Ministry noted that an unusually high number of Afar-Kitchen missiles, originally designed to destroy aircraft carriers, were used in long-range attacks on the Odessa region and other parts of southern Ukraine. The ministry estimates that the Kremlin felt less politically constrained without the Black Sea Grain Initiative and targeted areas in Odessa where it believes Ukraine is storing military assets. According to the British Defence Ministry, Russia's military action throughout the conflict was characterized by poor intelligence and a dysfunctional targeting process. As the ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine continues to escalate, the situation remains tense. In response, the retaliatory attack from Ukraine began. Ukraine attacked the Russian ship with unmanned sea vehicles. After Crimea, the Russian fleet is in great danger. In a recent development, Moscow accused the Ukrainian armed forces of attacking a Russian ship in the Black Sea using surface drones. The Ministry of Defense of the Russian Federation reported the alleged unsuccessful attempt by Ukrainian forces to target the patrol ship Sergei Kotov of the Russian Black Sea Fleet. According to the statement made by the Russian Ministry of Defense, the armed forces of Ukraine attacked the ship Sergei Kotov, which is responsible for the control of maritime transport in the southwest of the Black Sea, with 2 high-speed manned-unmanned boats. The ministry claims that both boats destroyed the Russian ship at distances of 1,800 meters using standard weapons. Fortunately, no casualties were reported and the ship is operational. It should be noted that the fact that Ukraine has not yet announced or confirmed any attack on a Russian ship raises questions about the validity of Moscow's claims. It is possible that Russia deliberately reported these alleged attacks by focusing on Ukrainian drones as part of a broader narrative. This could be seen as an attempt by Russia to justify its latest attacks on places in Ukraine where similar drones are said to have been built, such as Odessa and the port. The accusation follows a series of escalating actions between Russia and Ukraine in the Black Sea region. Tensions have been high since the annexation of Crimea by Russia in 2014, followed by ongoing military conflicts in eastern Ukraine. The use of unmanned drones in combat has become more and more common, and this event appears to be a continuation of the evolving tactics used by both sides in the conflict. As with allegations made by interested parties during a conflict, it is important to approach the situation with caution and await confirmation or further information from independent sources. Transparency and verification are crucial to understanding the truth behind these reported events, as they have implications for the ongoing Russia-Ukraine conflict and regional stability. The international community continues to closely monitor developments in the region, calling for restraint and adherence to international norms to reduce tensions. Diplomatic efforts remain essential to find a peaceful solution and prevent further loss of life or damage to vital infrastructure. Ukrainian army neutralizes Russian forces in Klishchiivka. On July 25, 2023, the Ukrainian army neutralized the Russian forces in the village of Klishchiivka in Kherson Oblast. According to Ukrainian sources, Russian forces were trying to advance towards the village when they encountered intense resistance from the Ukrainian army. The battle lasted for several hours and in the end the Ukrainian forces were victorious. The Ukrainian military claims to have destroyed two Russian BM-2 airborne infantry fighting vehicles and damaged another. They also claim to have killed or injured dozens of Russian soldiers. The Russian military has not yet commented on the incident. This is the latest in a series of victories by the Ukrainian military in recent weeks. Ukrainian forces managed to slow down the Russian advance and inflicted heavy losses on the Russian army. The success of the Ukrainian military is partly due to the support of Western countries, which supply Ukraine with weapons and ammunition. The battle at Klishchiivka is an important victory for the Ukrainian army. It shows that even if the Russians are superior in numbers and firepower, the Ukrainian forces can defeat the Russian army. The victory will likely boost the morale of the Ukrainian forces and give them hope that they will eventually be able to defeat the Russian invaders. Drone image released during this period shows Russian troops ambushed near Bakhmut amidst the ongoing conflict in eastern Ukraine. Footage has emerged of a drone allegedly ambushed by Ukrainian forces against Russian troops near the city of Bakhmut, where fierce fighting is taking place, in a highly contested area of eastern Ukraine. The clip, reportedly shot outside the village of Klishchiivka, just 12.8 kilometers south of Bakhmut, reportedly shows intense fighting along a road filled with collapsed structures. As of now, the shooting time and exact location of the event have not been confirmed. Newsweek, the source of the images, was unable to independently verify these details and reached out to Ukraine's Ministry of Defense via email for additional comment and information. Bakhmut has been the focus of some of the most violent conflicts during the 17-month war in the region. Its strategic location and symbolic significance have made it an area of intense contention between Kiev and Moscow. Both sides suffered significant casualties in their efforts to gain control of the city. On a recent Tuesday, Ukrainian Deputy Defense Minister Hanna Maliar said that Russian troops in Bakhmut are 8 times the number of casualties recorded for Ukrainian soldiers. However, this claim has not been independently verified by Newsweek. Maliar noted the unusual situation where the advancing side, which is typically expected to incur more casualties, was not in this incident. Despite the difficulties and high losses, the Kiev troops made gradual and sure progress in the Bakhmut area. Maliar shared an update on social media, mentioning that Ukraine had successfully reclaimed 1.5 square miles around Bakhmut just last week. This achievement brings the total number of reclaimed land in the region to 13.5 square miles. Now a largely destroyed city, Bakhmut has more symbolic than strategic value. Both Kiev and Moscow remain committed to taking control of this vacant settlement, which reflects the deep complexities and historical significance attributed to the region. It seems that the war on Ukrainian soil will continue for a long time. We hope that the disputes are settled at the table so that the stability of the region and no more people are affected. We have come to the end of another video. We will continue to report the events in the coming hours to you quickly and accurately. We continue to inform you objectively about the events. You can like the videos to support us. You can also subscribe to the channel to make it easier to follow new videos. I wish you all happy days. See you later.